Game 3 between the Colorado Rockies and San Diego Padres in this best-of-4 game series. Rockies can ensure at least a split with a win today. Getting the nod today for the Padres is Joey Lucchesi. 163 and 2/3 innings. In 2019, 158 strikeouts to 56 walks, 144 hits, and a record of 10 and 10 across his 30 starts. First batter he will face is David Dahl, leading off playing center field today.
The center fielder, David Dahl.
First pitch from Lucchesi is taken for a strike. Owen to Dahl, who hit .302 with 15 home runs a season ago. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Dahl. And the 0-2 on its way is swung on and fouled out of play. Another pitch to the leadoff hitter, Dahl. There's a fastball inside. Game time weather conditions, it's 56 degrees. Wind is blowing out to left field under partly cloudy skies. It's a really nice day in San Diego, as most of them seem to be. Here's a 1-2 from Lucchesi. And a swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. And that is quickly out number 1 here in the top of the first as Trevor Story steps in. .294 with 35 home runs last year. 85 runs batted in and 23 stolen bases. Number 2 hitter for the Rockies this year. Still looking for his first hit of the new campaign. And the first pitch to Story from Lucchesi is taken down and in ball 1. Story entering his 5th year in the majors. The 1-0 pitch is low and away. Umpires today, it's Jerry Hillsdale behind the plate, Kenny Jansen at first, Mike Fillmore at second, and Randy Valentine is at third. .2-0 from Lucchesi. He's just a bit outside. 3 balls, no strikes, with Charlie Blackmon waiting on deck, hoping to have Story on base ahead of him. And a 3-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Story going after a 3-0 fastball down the middle, but comes up empty. And here comes a 3-1 offering. The pitch, swing and a miss, and from 3-0 the count goes to 3-2 on Trevor Story. There's a swing and a miss, so Lucchesi works back from 3-0 to get Story for his 2nd strikeout of the game already.
Third, the right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
They'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. He'll bat 3rd for the Rockies this year and play right field. Lucchesi into his windup, the pitch. He's taken inside ball 1. Blackmon, .314, 32 home runs, 86 runs batted in for the ageless wonder who just seems to keep on going no matter how far along into his career he gets. 1-0 from Lucchesi is down and in, 2-0. Blackmon has become a perennial all-star candidate after a few seasons ago when he really broke out. Here's a 2-0. It's swung on and grounded to third. Machado is shifted that way. And he makes the play. That'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down against Lucchese go the Rockies. We'll see Lagares, Myers, and Pham to lead off for the Padres. This is Kyle Freeland's first start of the year, and he is looking for a bounce-back campaign. 6.73 ERA and a 3-11 record in 22 starts a season ago. An unexpected demotion to AAA. It was very odd, honestly, what happened to the Colorado native as Juan Lagares steps in to lead things off after a really good 2018 campaign that was one of the best in Rockies history. And that's not hyperbole. Here's the first pitch to Lagares, and it's taken for a strike, slider. But Freeland has a lot to work on this year. He's got Elias Diaz behind the plate today. This is our first look at him in his starting role. He came in as a pinch hitter in the first game, but Tony Walters will be the everyday catcher, but Diaz getting in there for Kyle Freeland. Pitch high and in. Diaz worked a lot, primarily with Kyle Freeland during the spring, the shortened spring. And in various stories, Nick Groke of The Athletic, Thomas Harding of MLB.com, when they talked about Freeland during the spring, there's often quotes from Elias Diaz. Diaz really was impressed with what he saw from Freeland this spring. Freeland working with a bit of a different delivery this year to try to simplify things a little bit and get back to the basics that made him such an excellent pitcher a couple seasons ago. The 2-1 to Lagares is taken for a strike on the upper inner corner. Count evens at 2. Diaz will be interesting to watch. He definitely has some power potential and definitely potential to get hits against left-handed pitching. It's a swing and a ground ball hit to second base. That's going to be dropped by McMahon. He picks it up and does not have the ability to get the leadoff batter Lagares in time. So that's going to be a leadoff. We'll see how they score it. As Will Myers steps in, he's batting second in today's ball game. Eric Hosmer had been batting second, but Josh Naylor's taken over at first base today to give Hosmer a breather, so Myers moves up to the 2-hole. 239 with 18 home runs last year for Will Myers. He's got a runner on first and Juan Lagares with nobody out. First pitch, swung on and grounded foul at the plate. Myers a home run in this series. The 0-1 is down and in with a slider. Lagares takes his lead off first. Freeland looks over there. Now he's into the windup. The pitch is outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch to Myers. Is outside, 3 balls and a strike with Tommy Pham waiting on deck. And that's swung on and lined foul the other way. Count goes full now. Three-two. Strike 3 called. He got him on strike. Slider right in there. Not sure what Myers was looking for. That's the first strikeout of the day for Freeland.
Batting third, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
And here is Tommy Pham. Picked up his first hit and walk as a Padre yesterday. Swings at the first pitch and lines it foul to the seats. Pham 273 with 21 home runs, 68 runs batted in a year ago with the Tampa Bay Rays, traded this offseason. Now is a Friar. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and lined foul. Quickly 0-2 on Pham. Double and a walk and an RBI in yesterday's ball game for Pham. Here's the 0-2 from Freeland. Just a bit outside. Ball 1. And the 1-2 is swung on and fouled out of play. One-two pitch. Inside with the slider. Freeland from the stretch. And swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Strikeout number 2, out number 2 for Kyle Freeland here in the first inning.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 23.
And that'll leave it up to Fernando Tatis Jr., the cleanup batter today. Freeland's first pitch is taken outside, 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Tatis, 317, 22 home runs in that injury-shortened year last year. Here comes the 1-0. It's swung on and grounded to second base. Another chance for McMahon. This time he makes the play, and that'll retire the side. We're through an inning, scoreless between the Rockies and Padres, with Arenado getting set to lead us off in the second. Nolan Arenado leads off the second inning, 315, 41 home runs, 118 driven in last year. Lucchese's first pitch of the second inning. Swung on and popped foul down the right field line. Gold Glove Award in every year Arenado has played in the big leagues. Platinum Glove Award winner. Here's the 0-1. That's right down the pipe for a called strike. Quickly 0-2 on Arenado. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It is swung on and missed. Arenado goes down on 3 pitches. That's the third strikeout for Lucchese.
That is it. The first baseman, number 9.
So Chris Paddock get really strikeout happy in the opening day game. Already 3 strikeouts for Lucchese. As Daniel Murphy steps in for his first chance of the day. And he swings and pops it foul back. 279, 13 home runs. 78 runs batted in for Murphy last year. When we get to the second time through the order, we'll take a look at some of the more advanced stats for the hitters. There's a pitch high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Talked yesterday about the service time implications, given that while we are simulating games, real baseball is still on postponement, as Murphy takes the pitch low. Another question is about what to do with the draft, which typically happens at the beginning of June. It's a 2-1 to Murphy, and it is low. 3-1 with McMahon on deck. The 3-1 to Murphy. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Count goes full. But a lot of spring sports seasons, baseball seasons have been canceled at the high school and collegiate levels. And scouting has been prohibited. There's a fly ball towards left center field. Lagares under it makes the catch for out number 2. So scouts don't really have a good eye on how the competition has been looking out there. So for the players that got an early start to their season, that could be a good thing, but also scouts might be wary of some flukiness with the hot start to the season as McMahon takes a pitch outside, ball 1. McMahon was the only batter not to get a run batted in or reach base in yesterday's ball game. The only position player, I should say. Only position player starter, as Raimel Tapia also got in a pinch hit appearance. Casey was not a fan of that last call. Here comes the 1-0. That's right in there for a called strike. So there are differing opinions. Ken Rosenthal and Jason Stark have an article up at The Athletic about the differing opinions between whether MLB should go ahead with the draft as scheduled or postpone it. There's a ground ball chopped foul. Then there are those who got off to the slow starts to the season who could have the argument that, well, it was just the beginning of the year. We don't know what's going to happen as the year progresses. Maybe just a slow start. As McMahon swings and misses, that'll retire the side. We are scoreless with Machado due up in the bottom of the second. Manny Machado leads off the bottom of the second inning, 256 with 32 home runs in his first year with San Diego. Played a little bit of shortstop a couple seasons ago. It seemed like he was only going to sign with a team that wanted to play him at short going into this 2019 season, but he was willing to play third for the Padres with Tatis taking over the reins at short. First pitch to him is a strike, and 0 for 3 with a walk in yesterday's ball game was Machado. Here's the 0-1. And it is taken low and away with a slider. Third game of a 4-game series here in San Diego to kick off the 2020 regular season. 1-1 from Freeland is taken for a strike. And into his windup, the 1-2 pitch from Freeland is a check swing and a pitch high. And Machado did not go. Count evens up at 2. Here comes a 2-2. Swung on and fouled the other way. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Nice. Late life on that slider from Freeland. That's his third strikeout of the game.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Ryan Dozier.
And here is Brian Dozier. First pitch, fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Next pitch will be number 27 of the day from Kyle Freeland. And it is high with a fastball. Brian Dozier, excellent defensive second baseman. Hits for a lot of power, did that with the Twins. It's the 1-1, swung on and popped in the air to right. Right there is Charlie Blackmon to make the catch for out number 2. Here's Josh Naylor now at 249 with 8 home runs, 32 driven in last year. This is Naylor's first start of the season, playing first base to give Eric Hosmer a breather today. We've seen him get a couple pinch hit appearances in the first 2 games of the series. First pitch slider is a strike. You can see the infield defensive alignments: Arenado at third, Story at short, McMahon at second, and Murphy at first today. Here's the 0-1 to Naylor. Swing and a miss at a slider for strike 2. Freeland's got a good-looking slider today. Already induced a few swings and misses off of it. We'll see what he's going to bring to Naylor on this 0-2 pitch. That swung on and missed. Another slider diving down in the zone. And that will retire the side. Freeland having a nice start to his 2020 season. We're through 2 scoreless. Ian Desmond will lead off the top of the third. 255 with 20 home runs, 65 runs driven in 2019. Went into the season as the starting everyday center fielder. Played the majority of the time, though there was a time towards the middle of the season where Raimel Tapia really started to get it going, and Bud Black started to use more of a platoon matchup between Desmond and Tapia. His first pitch to Desmond is a strike. Here comes the 0-1 from Lucchesi, the windup, and the pitch is a changeup just a little bit low. Nice first couple games for Desmond. As the 1-1 is swung on and lifted in the air towards left center field. Lagares is on the run, but now he stops, makes the catch for out number 1.
Batting it, the catcher, number 35, Elias Diaz.
There's Elias Diaz, 241 with 2 home runs, 28 runs batted in last year. Our first start of the season seeing Diaz after a pinch hit appearance in Game 1. First pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen. 5-year career now for Diaz, most of his time, all of his time with the Pirates until this year. Here's the 0-1, and that is swung on and lined towards left field. That's a base hit. Went out single for Elias Diaz. That's the first hit of the day for the Rockies. And that will bring up a bunting situation for Kyle Freeland. Told you Diaz has a lot of potential against left-handed pitchers. He's hit well against southpaws in his career. As Freeland lays down a bunt, it's going to go foul. Freeland, an .087 hitter last year. Did not drive in any runs. Does have a major league home run under his belt. There's a popped up bunt, and that's going to drop to second for 1, back to first, not in time. So it looked like Naylor might have been able to make the catch on that, but he did let it drop, and that ended up being a good play for him as he was able to throw to second to get the lead runner Diaz, with Freeland being safe at first. So that's definitely a trade-off they will take if you're the Padres. Certainly willing to have that pitcher in exchange for the position player at first base, even though it is the catcher. Here's Dahl, who struck out his first time up. He takes first pitch, strike at the knees. The 0-1 is swung on and pulled foul. David Dahl, the spleenless wonder, suffered an injury where he had to have his spleen removed. Many of his injuries throughout his career. The 0-2 to Dahl is swung on and missed. Got him on strikes. So a hit from Diaz, but that's all. We head to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Francisco Mejia's had a really good series to lead off the bottom of the third. First pitch from Freeland is high with the fastball. Here's the 1-0. And that's in there for a strike with the slider. Mejia with a big 3-run home run, got on base every single appearance in the first game of this series, then got on base some more yesterday. Here's the 1-1. It swung on and chopped foul at the plate. And we're going to see a 1-2 now from Freeland. Set, wind up, pitch. Swung on and lined towards right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Leadoff single for Francisco Mejia here to lead off the Padres half of the third inning. They'll bring up Joey Lucchesi, so both catchers getting hits in the number 8 slot of the order for both teams. See if Lucchesi can have more success laying down a bunt than Freeland did in the top half of this inning. That is laid down and is grounded to second base. McMahon will throw to first. Successful sacrifice for Lucchesi. That's out number 1. As Mejia advances to second base. They'll bring up Juan Lagares now. Lagares with a base hit his first time up. Lagares a minus 0.6 WAR in 2019. And he swings at the first pitch, grounds it foul. There's the 0-1 pitch. It swung on and popped up toward shallow center field. Dahl comes in and makes the catch. That's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 4, Will Myers.
It'll bring up Will Myers. Struck out his first time up. Myers had a WAR of exactly 0 last year. First pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. Another good slider from Freeland. 7 years now in the career Will Myers, split between the Rays and the Padres. Came up in the Royal system and never played a game for them before he was traded. Swinging a foul back. So we told you about WAR in the first game. We gave a little primer for you. It's not above the average player. It's above a replacement player, the average player who would get signed to a minor league contract in the spring. There's a ground ball to short. Story makes the play. That'll retire the side. We're through 3 innings. Story, Blackman, Arenado are due up. Trevor Story leads off the top of the 4th. Ranked 20th in the majors in WAR last year. 4.9 wins above replacement. First pitch from Lucchesi of this top of the 4th is taken for a strike. Story did get an RBI base on balls in the game yesterday, though he's still looking for that first hit of the season. Here's the 0-1 from Lucchesi. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 on Story. The 0-2 is just a little bit low, ball 1. And 2 is low. Count evens at 2. So when we talk about WAR, 0 to 1 is kind of that 4A type of player. 1 to 2 is kind of a role player. The Story swings and lines one to right. Coming in on it as Myers makes the catch for out number 1. A WAR between 2 and 3 means you're a solid starter. Between 3 and 4 is a good player. Charlie Blackman is the batter. 4 and 5, you're looking at an all-star. 5 to 6 is a superstar. And then when you get to a WAR of 6 or more, you're talking about an MVP campaign. As Blackman takes a pitch outside. The number of players in the big leagues who have a WAR above 4 is only about 6%. These stats are all courtesy of Fangraphs and Beyond the Box Score, as Blackman fouls one out of play. 38% of major leaguers have WARs between 0 and 1. This is just in an average season. Blackman swings, grounds one to first. Naylor will throw to the pitcher, Lucchesi, covering, who does get there in time for out number 2. 31 of 45 pitches for strikes from Lucchesi, certainly getting it in the zone early. As Nolan Arenado bats, struck out his first time up. Arenado 5th in baseball in WAR last year. His WAR was 7.1. And like we said, 6 or greater is MVP territory. Arenado did not have the highest WAR in the National League, though. It was Cody Bellinger with WAR of 8. As he chops one foul. Mike Trout led the big leagues with an 8.9 WAR. And this is according to Baseball Prospectus, my favorite version of WAR last year. Lucchese's 1-1 pitch to Arenado is outside, 2-1.
1 strike.
And that is a check swing and a pitch low. He did not go. 3 balls and a strike with Daniel Murphy waiting on deck. Three-1 from Lucchese. His low ball 4, he walked him. 2-out walk to Nolan Arenado. They'll put a base runner on for Daniel Murphy.
First baseman, number 9, Daniel Murphy.
Murphy flied out his first time up. 1.2 WAR for Murphy last season, which puts you into that role player role. First pitch is just a bit inside. I said 279 with a 328 on base percentage, 452 slugging percentage for Murphy last year. Looking for a bit of a bounce back campaign, though those are not horrible numbers. I'd like to see more, especially from the defense, the position that's expected to induce a lot of offense at first base. There's a chop foul. One to Murphy is swung on and grounded to first. Naylor will take it himself, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Scoreless between the Rockies and Padres in Game 3. Tommy Pham leads off this bottom of the 4th, struck out his first time up.
The left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Pham had a WAR of 2 last year.
Count 1-0.
First pitch slider is outside, ball 1. 2 hits in 6 at bats for Pham in his career against Freeland. Does have a home run. The 1-0 is swung on and chopped over the mound. Freeland can't handle it. It's going to be we'll see how they score it. And that ended up getting Freeland. And as we can see, we have an injury here. Kyle Freeland took an interesting looking shot to the cheek there. It didn't look that bad live. But trainer with Duggar thinks that x-rays are going to be needed and that cheek may indeed be broken. So that's going to be, unfortunately, all for Kyle Freeland today.
Your attention, please.
Jeff Hoffman, the long reliever in the bullpen, will be tasked with coming in. But that's really unfortunate to see after Freeland was really looking good for the first few batters of this game. So Hoffman will get as much time as he needs to warm up as he has to come in an injury situation. He'll face Tatis.
Now batting, number 23.
1-1.
Freeland was able to leave the field under his own power. One-0 from Hoffman. It's taken out for a strike.
1-1.
And Pham will reach second on a stolen base. So 3 very good innings for Kyle Freeland. That'll be an infield single to lead off the inning. Ground ball hit to second base. McMahon up with it. Makes the play for out number 1. Advancing to third on the play is Tommy Pham.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado, who struck out his first time up. So certainly wishes for a speedy recovery for Kyle Freeland. See how many innings Jeff Hoffman can give his manager today. So a swing and a line foul. Machado only 1 for 7 in his career against Hoffman, very small sample. And that is taken low with a slider.
1-1.
1-1 from Hoffman is swung on and popped in the air. McMahon is going out. He's under it, and he makes the catch.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Brian
Brian Dozier, the batter, flied out his first time up. Takes first pitch fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss at a changeup, diving low and away in the zone. Quickly 0-2 on Dozier. The 0-2, strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. That will retire the side. We're through 4 innings, scoreless Rockies and Padres. Well, if you've been able to look at purplerow.com in recent days, you'll see we're doing the Rockies Madness Tournament. And I regret to inform you that Yorvit Torrealba beat out Chris Iannetta. I like Yorvit, don't get me wrong. I thought Iannetta had the better Rockies career. By a total of 3 votes, 117-114. The community chose Yorvit Torrealba for the play-in game winner.
1-0.
Ryan McMahon, the batter, the 1-0 pitch is taken low. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and chopped foul.
Ball 3.
That's high and tight, 3 balls and a strike. Though certainly there are some that make the argument that Game 3 of the NLCS in 2007 was very important, so that's why Torrealba got their vote. McMahon fouls one out of play. They're swinging a fly ball to left. This is fairly deep. Pham is going back, but a step in front of the track, he will make the catch. Out number 1.
The left fielder, number 20, Ian Desmond.
We'll bring up Ian Desmond. Looking at a few of the other votes on those polls as Desmond swings and misses. Brad Hopp definitely took care of Seth Smith, coming in with over 3/4 of the vote. The 0-1 is a check swing, and home plate umpire says Desmond went too far, 0-2. DJ LeMahieu and Garrett Atkins faced off, and LeMahieu took that one by a large margin. That pitch is low to Desmond. Eric Young Sr. got about 2/3 of the vote over Dexter Fowler. And Desmond swings lines one foul towards the seats. Desmond last year a minus 0.8 WAR. So he grounds one foul. The 1-2 from Lucchesi is swung on and grounded into right field, a base hit. One out single for Ian Desmond. That'll bring up Elias Diaz. Just look at how Lucchesi has done today through 4 1/3 innings. 65 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, just a couple hits. Diaz takes a changeup inside, ball 1. Got a base hit his first time up, so he's 1 for 2 on the season now. Got a pinch hit appearance, made an out in the first game of this series. Starting catcher today. The 1-0 is swung on and grounded into left field, a base hit. So the first 2 runners aboard now for the Rockies. Desmond on second, Diaz 2 for 2 today, facing a lefty. That'll bring up Jeff Hoffman. See if he can lay down a successful sacrifice. And he gets it down the third base line. This is a good bunt. The throw to first by Machado will get Hoffman. Runners will advance to second and third now as the lineup turns over for David Dahl. Sacrifice. The scorer's decision, 5-3. Dahl has struck out twice today. 1.3 WAR for Dahl last year, of course an injury-shortened season. Just able to crack the 400 plate appearance plateau. If you're wondering where Kyle Freeland is, by the way, got hit by a comebacker and had to leave the game to get x-rays back in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to Dahl is taken low.
Count 1-0.
And that's swung on and grounded to short. Tatis throws to first low, but it's dug out by Naylor, and that'll retire the side. We have the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Padres in the bottom of the 5th. Josh Naylor leads off the bottom of the 5th inning, struck out his first time up. Jeff Hoffman still on the mound. Yency Almonte warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Saw Yency in game 1. Pitch low and away. There's Yency. Pitchers we have yet to see. We haven't seen Jake McGee or Tyler Kinley yet this season. Swung on and lifted in the air to right. Shallow. Blackman coming in. And he makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the pitcher, Francisco Mejia.
I'll bring up Francisco Mejia. Got a base at his first time up as he continues his excellent start to the season. We'll see how long that lasts. Hey, maybe he's figured something out. First pitch from Hoffman. Swung on and missed with a breaking ball. That one's high and away. 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Count levels at 1. So Hoffman certainly is stretched out. So we may see him take over this spot in the Rockies' rotation from here on out. That's one's fouled out of play. It looks like Freeland may have to spend some time on the injured list. Don't want to speculate too much. It's about how we're looking as Mejia skies one in the air to right field. Blackman comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. And last chance for the Padres in this bottom of the 5th will be Joey Lucchesi as we're still scoreless. Casey grounded out his first time up. Lay down a bunt. That one's outside.
1-1.
1-1 pitch is swung on and missed.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Makes most sense for it to be Hoffman to take this spot in the rotation, as the 1-2 pitch to Lucchese is high and away. Peter Lambert's still on the injured list. Same goes for Tim Melville. Those are the other two immediate options. Lucchese lines one towards center field. Dahl is right there to make the catch, though, and that'll retire the side. We're through 5 innings, still scoreless. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Rockies, trying to get something going. Trevor Story 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a flyout. He leads off the 6th inning against Joey Lucchese. First pitch is inside.
Nope. That's inside.
Bit of a slow start to the year for Dahl, Story, Blackman, and Arenado. It's the 1-0. Is swung on and grounded into left field, a base hit. First hit of the year for Trevor Story, and it leads off this 6th inning with Blackman and Arenado due up. Here is Charlie Blackman. As Story induces a throw over to first, he's back safely. Blackman chops one foul. Blackman had a wins above replacement of 3 in the 2019 season. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Blackman got the batting title in the National League back in 2017. There's an 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Blackman did not look great on that at bat.
Now batting, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado with Story on first. Double barrel action in the Padres bullpen. They have the righty Emilio Pagan. As there's a pitch out, but nothing is happening. Arenado has a walk in this game. Came back in the 4th inning. Homered in the first game of this series. Another throw to first to drive back Story. Again, 23 stolen bases a year ago for Story. We're keeping an eye on him closely. So we're still scoreless here in the top of the 6th. Arenado takes a fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's the lefty Jose Castillo joining Pagan in the bullpen for the Padres. Here's the 1-1. And it's swung on and fouled out of play. One-two to Arenado's low and away.
Oh, that's kicked out.
Two-two pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Foul. And we'll do it again. Two-two from Lucchese is inside and the count goes full. Daniel Murphy is taking his swings on deck. Story at first base. We have a 3-2 count on Nolan Arenado, the cleanup batter for the Rockies. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Arenado giving a good battle here. Three-two is low. He walked him. 2 runners on now. Story and Arenado both drawing walks. Story actually got a hit. Arenado draws the walk. And 2 runners on now for Daniel Murphy. Murphy a fly out and a ground out as part of his 0 for 2 day at the plate. First pitch to Murphy is taken outside. The 1-0 is down and in with a changeup. We saw things unravel a little bit for Dinelson Lamet when he kind of lost his command towards the 5th and 6th inning of yesterday's ball game. And that's just a bit outside. 3 balls and no strikes. See Mejia hold that one an extra beat. He wasn't so sure about that call. But now we have a 3-0 coming to Murphy. That's in there for a called strike. The 3-1 to Murphy is swung on and popped into center field. Long run for Lagares, but he's not going to be able to make the catch. And the bases are now loaded as Story and Arenado had to wait to see if that one would drop or not. But it did, so now bases loaded with 1 out for Ryan McMahon. First pitch is low, ball 1. Strikeout and a flyout for McMahon today. The 1-0 swung on and grounded to second base. 4-6-3, inning-ending double play. So that will retire the side. Rockies get the bases loaded with 1 out. McMahon grounds into a double play, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Scoreless between the Rockies and Padres. Leadoff batter Juan Lagares leads off the bottom of the 6th. Double barrel action in the Rockies bullpen is lefty McGee and the righty Carlos Estevez. First pitch from Hoffman is low and inside to Lagares. It's down and in, 2-0. Fastball inside, 3 balls, no strikes. Will Myers, the Rockies killer, on deck. 3-0 to Lagares. It's a fastball for a strike. Here comes the 3-1. And it's swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. Three-two pitch from Hoffman to Lagares. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. Here is Will Myers, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. First pitch from Hoffman is swung on and fouled out of play. 2014 was when Myers was acquired from the Rays. Here's an 0-1 now. That's in there for a strike. It's quickly 0-2 on Myers.
No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch. Inside, ball 1. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 2 strikeouts here in this 6th inning for Hoffman. His 3rd of the game.
The batter, the left fielder,
We'll see if he can keep the trend going with Tommy Pham. First pitch is inside. Pham 1 for 2, got a base hit in the 4th inning. "1-0 from Hoffman is inside. Fastball. Padres evidently like trading with the Rays. Myers acquired from them. Pham acquired from them. 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Mentioned Manuel Margot and Hunter Renfroe no longer members of the San Diego Padres. We will not be seeing them in San Diego anymore. They're now with the Rays after separate trades this offseason sent them to Tampa Bay. Swung on and fouled out of play. Count evens at 2. Hoffman's pitch away from striking out the side here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2. It's up and in with Fernando Tatis Jr. waiting on deck. Here comes the 3-2. Outside ball 4, he walked him. 2-out walk to Pham. That'll bring up Tatis. We're still looking at a scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Tatis has hit the ball on the ground for outs twice today. Oh, there we go. I've been missing the Friar. We've been seeing so much of him the first 2 games. We haven't really got a good look at him. But here he goes. He gets that crowd excited for sure. Hoffman from the stretch. His first pitch to Tatis is taken for a strike. Tatis didn't have the best of games in his previous appearance. 0 for 4 yesterday with 3 strikeouts. The 0-1 is down and away. Hoffman into the stretch. It is 1-1 pitch is high.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Predictable fastball count now for Tatis. Here comes a 2-1. And it is instead a breaking ball that breaks over for a strike, and the count evens at 2. So Hoffman could still strike out the side if he gets one more across here. The 2-2 to Tatis, swung on and grounded to first base. Murphy's going to try and take it himself, and he does. And that will retire the side. We're through 6 innings. Still scoreless, Rockies and Padres. Ian Desmond, 1 for 2, base hit back in the 5th inning. He leads off this 7th inning.
Number 20, Ian Desmond.
First pitch to Desmond is swung on and chopped foul. Casey's still out there, over 90 pitches now. The 0-1 to Desmond is inside.
1-1.
Lots of strikes from Lucchesi today, 57 of his 92 pitches. Here comes the 1-1, and it's taken low and away with an off-speed pitch. And the 2-1 delivery is swung on and fouled. The count evens at 2. Two-two pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1.
The catcher, number 35.
Here's Elias Diaz. He's had a good day at the plate in his first start of the season. 2 for 2 with a couple of base hits. First pitch from Lucchesi is lined towards left field. That's fairly deep, going back out into his fam. It's over his head and off the wall. Diaz is going to be on his way to second, and he will cruise in there with a one-out double. So a 3-hit day for Diaz against the lefty Lucchesi. Somebody's figured him out. 2 singles and now a double for Elias Diaz. And Jace Tingler, Padres' first-year manager, is out to make a change. It's been a really good day for Joey Lucchesi. He's done all they could have asked him to do. We're still scoreless between the Rockies and Padres, but a very impressive performance for Lucchesi as he tips his hat to the crowd. Padres are going to turn to Emilio Pagan. Pitched in the first game, only a third of an inning.
Number 14, Emilio.
He's got Diaz on second base with 1 out after the double.
Pinch hitting for the Rockies. Number 12, Chris.
We'll see Chris Owings get a pinch hit appearance. This is his first at bat of the year. I would not be shocked if we saw him get an appearance starting the game in short order here. He takes first pitch breaking ball outside. Owings, former member of the Arizona Diamondbacks, split last year between the Kansas City Royals and Boston Red Sox. The 1-0 is down and in. Rockies are looking for a bounce back from Owings, a very versatile defender. Only hit 139 last year. 2-0 is taken for a strike. So that was a minus 1.0 WAR campaign for Owings. He takes a slider inside, 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 is swung on and fouled back, and the count goes full. "3-2 is high and tight, ball 4. He walked him. So Diaz on second, Owings on first, and the batter will be David Dahl as the lineup turns over for the Rockies. Dahl is due. He's 0 for 3 today. Ground out and a couple of strikeouts. First pitch from Pagan is taken outside with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. The 1-0 is low, 2-0. Rockies tried to get something going in the 6th inning, ended up getting the bases loaded with 1 out, but no one came across the plate. Threatening here in the 7th. 2-0 to Dahl. Swung on and missed. He took a healthy hack at a fastball up above the zone. 98 miles per hour. We have a 2-1 offering coming now. And that is high with the slider. 3 balls and a strike. Trevor Story waiting on deck. The 3-1 to Dahl is outside, ball 4. He walked him. Again, the Rockies get the bases loaded with 1 out. We'll see if they can make good on it this time. Trevor Story is going to come to the plate. We have Diaz at third, Owings at second, Dahl at first with 1 out. Story's 1 for 3 is in his last at bat last inning, got his first hit of the year. Base hit into left field. First pitch to Story is swung on and missed. Hunting for a fastball, ended up getting a curveball. Pagan had the confidence to throw it, and it's 0-1 on Story. The 0-1, way high with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Charlie Blackmon waiting on deck. One-one to Story. Swung on and lifted in the air to left. It's going to go foul. It's 1-2 on Story. It's a little out in front of that one. Here's the 1-2. It's down and in with the breaking ball. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes, and that's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
It'll leave it up to Charlie Blackmon. 2 outs, bases still loaded here in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Blackmon is taken for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pagan has certainly done his job so far, getting out of trouble. Here's the 0-2 to Blackmon. In the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Back-to-back innings, Rockies get the bases loaded with 1 out and do not score. Pagan really works out of trouble here. 7th inning stretch time in San Diego. Scoreless ball game. Carlos Estevez takes over on the mound. You see that ERA is a bit unsightly. He had a very rough appearance, giving up that 3-run home run to Francisco Mejia in the first game of this series. We'll see if he can right the ship today. First batter he faces will be Manny Machado, who's 0 for 2, strikeout and a pop-out today. First pitch from Estevez. Swung on and missed, 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Estevez hit 100 in that first game he pitched in. Not a lot of offense in this one, a game in which Kyle Freeland had to leave early after he was hit by a comebacker. We'll have to go for x-rays. 1-1 pitch from Estevez is swung on and fouled out of play. But it's a battle of the bullpens from here. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled the other way. In the dirt, count evens at 2. Machado last year had a WAR of 1.5. 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. That one touched 100. Two is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 98-mile-per-hour fastball blew it by him for the first strikeout.
The batter, second baseman, Brian.
Next batter is Brian Dozier. So McGee, the lefty, is joined by the righty Tyler Kinley in the Rockies bullpen. First pitch to Dozier is taken for a strike on the inside corner. The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike two. Good slider from Estevez, diving low and away. And a swing and a miss, he got him on strikes. 2 strikeouts for Estevez. And Josh Naylor will bat now. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Naylor 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Estevez is inside, ball 1. Strikeout and a flyout is part of Naylor's 0 for 2 day. One-0 is outside. And a swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. That's in there for a strike. Count evens at 2. Estevez 1 pitch away from striking out the side here in the 7th. That stays too high and the count goes full. Francisco Mejia waiting on deck. Remember, he tagged Estevez for that 3-run bomb in the first game of this series. 3-2 coming to Naylor. Estevez's pitch. Swung on and grounded to second base, and it's dropped. That'll be ruled a base hit as Naylor was getting down the line. So a 2-out infield single. And Francisco Mejia, who homered in the first game of this series and has had a very good series overall, will take first pitch strike on the upper regions of the zone. 1 for 2 with a single that came back in the 3rd inning today for Mejia. Number 8 batter and catcher in the Padres order. Comes the 0-1 from Estevez. Swung on and lifted in the air to left. This is fairly deep, but this time Desmond will have a play. So I would say much better outing than the first appearance of the season for Carlos Estevez. Arenado will lead things off when we come back in the 8th. Double switch time for Jace Tingler and the Padres.
Your attention, please. The changes for San Diego. Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 65.
Jose Castillo, the new pitcher.
Now pitching and batting 9, number 18.
There's Nolan Arenado. He has walked twice in this ball game. First pitch to him is high with a fastball. 25,791 in attendance today. The attendance has gone down every game of this series. That's unfortunate. Maybe Rockies winning yesterday scared the fans away from San Diego. .2-0 pitch from Castillo is swung on and chopped foul. .2-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Now we'll have a 2-2 delivery to Nolan Arenado in what still is a scoreless game here in the 8th. Swung on and grounded to third. Machado's got it. Throws across for out number 1.
baseman, Daniel Murphy.
They'll bring up Daniel Murphy as Craig Stammen, the righty, and Drew Pomeranz, the lefty, are warming up in the Friars bullpen. First pitch from Castillo is swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Lagares going back. He will make the catch for out number 2.
The batter, number 24, second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Here's Ryan McMahon, 0 for 3 today, grounded into a double play in the 6th inning in what was a bases-loaded one-out situation for the Rockies, looking to atone for that here. Takes first pitch outside.
That ball went out.
We do have the 3-batter minimum rule this year for pitchers, though they can pitch to the end of an inning, not necessarily pitch to 3. Pace of play efforts. Though perhaps the best pace of play effort is simulating games on the show, as they only take around an hour and a half. Who knows if this one goes into extras, though. No one's shown some signs of offense yet as McMahon swings and misses. Strike 2. Rockies certainly have threatened at times. The 1-2 to McMahon is outside.
Ball, that's outside.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Seguiano on strikes. McMahon goes fishing and doesn't catch anything. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still looking for a team to push a run across the board. Here's Tyler Kinley, claimed off waivers from the Marlins, newest member of the Rockies bullpen. 3.65 ERA last season, 46 strikeouts to 36 walks in 49 1/3 innings. That's one too many, or perhaps 10 too many walks for the liking of what Bud Black would like to see this year. See, Austin Hedges will bat. The first time seeing him this season, as it looks like Mejia will get the lion's share of the catching duties. Hedges probably doesn't have the offensive potential of Mejia. Hedges, however, does rate as a very good defensive catcher. There's a 1-0 from Kinley. It's taken low, 2-0. Hedges, however, did have a 2.9 WAR last year, and you wonder how a guy who hit 176 could do that. He was a very good defensive catcher. 2-0 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air to right, and it's going to hook foul. Two-1 coming from Kinley. That is swung on and grounded to second base. Right there is McMahon. Makes the play for out number 1. So Hedges will finish out the game as catcher to give Mejia a break. Lagares, 1 for 3. Hedges came in on that double switch. So the pitcher spot now is in the 8th spot in the order. First pitch from Kinley to Lagares is taken for a strike. A 1 is low. But Kinley impressed very much this spring, and that ended up putting him in line to make the roster. He has options, so it didn't necessarily look like a sure thing. Swung on and lined into right field, a base hit for Lagares. And put a runner on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. And here is Will Myers. So this is the teeth-chattering moment now, as Myers has definitely done his fair share of beating up on the Rockies in his career. He's 0 for 3 today, so he's definitely due. But perhaps Kinley brought something new to the Rockies, where he figured out how to get Myers out. We'll see. Kinley from the stretch. His first pitch to Myers is on its way. And it's swung on and lined foul down the left field line. A 1, swing and a miss, strike 2.
I got to count 0-2.
Kinley does have good strikeout numbers in his career. It's the 0-2 to Myers. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Wow. Slider darting low and away in the zone, and Kinley gets Myers for the out. There's Tommy Pham now with 2 outs and a runner on first. That one is high with a slider. Swung on and lifted foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. One from Kinley is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. Desmond Diaz in the pitcher's spot due up for the Rockies in the 9th as there's a line drive base hit into right. It's going to put 2 runners on now. Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 today. He is looking for a big hit here. First pitch from Kinley is outside with a slider. Garis on second. Pham on first. The 1-0 is low. The 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Manny Machado waiting on deck. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Tatis picked up 3.4 WAR and only 372 plate appearances last year in an injury-shortened campaign. Very effective when he was healthy. There's a 3-1 from Kinley. Swung on and grounded to first. Murphy's going to take it himself, and that will retire the side. Kinley works in and out of trouble. We go to the 9th. We are still scoreless at Petco Park.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Padres.
Craig Stammen will be the pitcher for the Padres. .329 ERA last year. Desmond will lead off, 1 for 3, base hit in the 5th inning. First pitch is taken in the dirt, ball 1. Stammen 2 for 11 in his career. Desmond 2 for 11 in his career against Stammen. comes a 1-0. But it is swung on and lifted in the air to left. Pham going over. He makes the catch for out number 1. I'll bring up Elias Diaz. He's 3 for 3 today, a double and 2 singles, all off the lefty Lucchesi. Facing a righty now, and the first pitch is a strike with a slider. The 0-1 fought off and fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2 on Elias Diaz. Pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Quickly 2 outs now here in the top of the 9th. And Raimel Tapia will be called upon to pinch hit. The pitcher spot due up. 2 outs here in the 9th. Scoreless between the Rockies and Padres. Tapia's got pinch hit appearances in the first 2 games of the series, does not yet have a hit. He takes first pitch slider inside. And that one's low and away with a slider.
2 balls, no strikes.
Should Tapia keep this thing going, David Dahl would be the next batter, the leadoff hitter for the Rockies in their order. 2-0 to Tapia is low, 3-0 the count. Strike right down the middle.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Three-1 coming to Tapia. And it swung on and chopped foul, so from 3-0 to 3-2. Three-two pitch. Swung on and hit. Diving stop by Machado, but it's off his glove and he won't have a play. That'll be a 2-out infield single for Raimel Tapia. Hit it hard. Mucho swagger. And now David Dahl with 2 outs will be the hitter. First pitch, swing and a miss. Dahl does have a walk in this game. Otherwise 0 for 3. Ground out and 2 strikeouts the rest of his day. There's a throw to first to keep Tapia honest. Swung on and grounded to first. Underhand flip from Naylor to Stammen, and that will retire the side. We are still scoreless. Machado, Dozier, and Naylor due up in the bottom of the 9th for the Padres.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the
Jake McGee will get the bottom of the 9th. 45 games last year, had a 4.35 ERA. Only 35 strikeouts. Also only 11 walks, though. He did give up his fair share of home runs. See, Wade Davis is warming up in the bullpen. Likely if the Rockies were to take a lead in the top of the 10th, if we get there, First pitch to Machado is a strike, or perhaps he'll pitch the bottom of the 10th anyway. Machado in his career against McGee is 2 for 10, 6 strikeouts. So we've now seen every pitcher, or at least relief pitcher for the Rockies, get into the action this year at some point. Swung on and lined towards center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So the winning run is now aboard for the Padres. Here's Brian Dozier looking to make quite an impression in his first year with the Padres in the opening series of the year. It's fastball outside. Jairo Diaz is warming up in the bullpen. He will likely come in once Jake McGee reaches the 3-batter minimum, I would think. He's got to get there first, though. The 1-0 coming to Dozier is low and away. See Davis and Diaz warming up in the Rockies bullpen. .2-0 pitch to Dozier. Swung on and missed. 95-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Comes a 2-1. And it's high and tight. 3 balls and a strike. Josh Naylor waiting on deck. McGee takes a look at first. From the stretch, his 3-1 is swung on and lined foul. It goes full on Dozier. Now the 3-2 is swung on and hit over the head of Arenado into left field, a base hit. So the winning run is now in scoring position for the Padres. Definitely hit it pretty good if you get it over the glove of a leaping Arenado. Here's Josh Naylor now, 1 for 3 base hit in the 7th inning. Naylor's got some pop in his bat, so I wonder about a potential sacrifice situation here to get the winning run over to third. I'm not sure they want to risk that possibility, given he could win it with one swing of the bat as well. First pitch to Naylor is outside. This is the 3rd batter faced by McGee. We have the 3-batter minimum rule this year. The pitcher spot coming up at the 8th spot in the order, so we may well see Jairo Diaz come in. Swung on and chopped foul. This is really the best scoring opportunity either side has had today, and it comes here for the Padres in the bottom of the 9th. And there's a strike with a slider. It's 1-2 on Naylor. Runner in scoring position with no out. That's the first time this has happened today for either side. 1-2 to Naylor is high and away with a slider. 12 stressful pitches so far for McGee. Here comes the 13th. They're taking a look at second. McGee delivers, and it swung on and fouled back. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. It's out number 1. Big out number 1 because it sets up a potential double play now.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Padres. Number 10, Jarek Stubbs.
And Jurickson Profar will pinch hit now as McGee stays in the game. Profar, this is his first plate appearance as a San Diego Padre. Former Ranger, came up as one of the top prospects, as the top prospect in baseball, as he swings and fouls and out of play. Time with the Oakland Athletics last year. We've got an 0-1 coming to Profar, the right-handed batter. He swings and fouls it out of play. It's quickly 0-2 on Profar. McGee working ahead of the last two batters. It's a good place to be. Here comes an 0-2. It's swung on and grounded foul outside the bag at third. We'll do it again. Pitcher number 18 coming from McGee, who looks at second, stretch, and the pitch. It is high, ball one. One-two pitch. Swung on and hit in the air towards right. Blackman coming over. He's got it. That's out number 2. The first two runners reach for the Padres, and we have 2 outs. Austin Hedges, the last hope for the Padres. He grounded out his first time up, came into the game on a double switch. McGee's first pitch is swung on and lined back up the box into center field, a base hit. They're going to wave home the runner, and he will score. That is Machado scoring, and the Padres are going to walk it off here in Game 3, so they've at least split this series with a 1-0 victory in Game 3. Rockies will try for a split tomorrow. Walk-off RBI single for Austin Hedges with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. First run across the board for either side in this ballgame. Very good start for Joey Lucchesi. Kyle Freeland unfortunately had to leave this start early due to an injury he sustained on a comebacker back to the mound, but he was pitching very good early before he had to leave. I'd have to think Austin Hedges will take home our Player of the Game honors, but we shall see. Padres bring out the Gatorade bath for Joey Lucchesi, who pitched very well today. And Lucchesi is going to get the honors of the Player of the Game, even though it was Austin Hedges who came through with the walk-off single. Lucchesi pitched an excellent ball game. Pitched into the 7th, he did. Made a lot of Rockies hitters look foolish at times today. He has 6 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, no runs, 6 hits allowed. Probably the best pitched game we've seen in this series. Paddock had a very good game, definitely racked up the strikeout numbers. So Craig Stammen gets away with the win, and coming away with the loss is Jake McGee. 1-0 Padres, your final here. Walk-off single for Austin Hedges, scoring Manny Machado. 9 hits for the Padres, 7 hits for the Rockies. No errors for either side. So yeah, Elias Diaz was a good performer today. 3 for 4, 3 hits against left-handed pitchers, 2 singles and a double. Daniel Murphy went 1 for 4. Infield single in the pinch hit appearance for Raimel Tapia. Nolan Arenado drew a couple walks. Offense has got to get going for the Rockies, and we've seen the top of the order. Arenado, Story, Dahl, and Blackman struggle. And Ryan McMahon has really struggled as well, so we've got to get the offense going here. Tommy Pham, Austin Hedges, Francisco Mejia, Juan Lagares having good days for the Padres at the plate. 2/3 of an inning in the loss for Jake McGee. He gives up 3 hits. That 1 final earned run does strike out a batter. And Craig Stammen with the win gives up 1 hit, 1 strikeout in his inning of work. So we will look for tomorrow for the Rockies to end the series with a split. Padres up 2-1 in the opening series of the year. This has been Ben Kuchner-Kavich for Purple Row, letting you know this game is not affiliated with MLB The Show, Major League Baseball, or the Colorado Rockies, but we are affiliated with Purple Row. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.